Hey everyone, it's Thunderbolt. I'm back, and before we start, I just want to quickly fix a mistake. So, in part 1 of the series, we had said that Saiyan Beyond God has a multiplier of 3750, but then accidentally in part 2, we wrote 3570 instead of 3750. So, obviously, there are going to be a few very minor changes. It's not going to change any multipliers, so that's good, but I still want the numbers to be exact, which is why I'll quickly make the fix. So, final form Frieza's 95% power changes from 13,209 to 13,875. So then all these numbers over here will also change. You can pause the screen, take a good look at these numbers because I'm just going to change them to the correct values. There we go, it's changed. And over here Golden Frieza's power does not change, it's just the multiplier. We said is 3,118.5 times stronger than this final form. That changes to 2,969 times stronger than this final form, which we can easily highball to 3,000 because Frieza had not learned to use the transformation properly yet. And that also means that Golden Frieza's full power, if he knew how to use the transformation, would have been 43,815,000. As you can see, I've made the change here as well. And Frieza's real power will then change to 318 quadrillion. Alright, so now we can begin. These are the Universe 6 Anime Saga final base power levels. These are the Universe 6 Anime Saga top 5, and these are the real power levels of the top 5. And without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Dragon Ball Super Power Scale Anime Only Part 4, The Future Trunks Saga. This one was interesting, really interesting. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that we reach our power level of 1200 and beat Raditz. And also don't forget to join the Discord, it's a really fun place, you will enjoy it. Links in the description. These are the domination multipliers that we use. We know that if you're 2 times stronger than the opponent, you can tank attacks unhurt. So if you're 1.25 times stronger, you can start to overwhelm them, so on and so forth. They're about 70 to 80% accurate. And these are the multipliers that you need to know for this video. Super Saiyan 50 times, Super Saiyan 200 times, Super Saiyan grade 3 is 200 times, believe it or not. Super Saiyan 3 is not 400 times, 300 times. Yes, in our power level series is 300 times. Super Saiyan Blue is 9.3 million. A basic rage / full power boost is 1.57, we found that out. And Potara Fusion is A plus B times 252, where A and B are the base power levels of the individuals. Kamehameha has a 2.2 times multiplier, and Gallic Gun has a 3 times multiplier. Oh, I forgot to add that a Masenko has a 1.4 times multiplier as well. I've added that now. So yeah, these are the multipliers you need to know for the video. We have also scaled Goku down. Anime power level series, we scale Goku down. So Goku at the start of the anime was 7.2 billion. We scale that down to 1. And all the other characters are scaled accordingly. So to find the real power levels of someone, just multiply their power level by 7.2 billion. And at the end of every video, I shall reveal the real power levels of the top 5. Finally, let's get into the action. So yes, the Copy Vegeta arc happens before the Goku Black arc, and this arc tells us that Vegeta caught up to Goku while he was healing from the after effects of using Kaioken, which means Vegeta now has the same power level as Goku of 5.75. This was Goku's power level in the Universe 6 tournament. That's all this arc tells us. But then when the Goku Black arc starts, Goku Black refers to Vegeta as the appetizer and Goku as the main course. So Goku once again is stronger than Vegeta, which means Goku got his 1.25 times boost. Goku is now at 7. So once again, the gap between Goku and Vegeta is 1.25 times. Now, Anime Black is different from Manga Black. In the anime, since Super Saiyan God is basically your base form using God Ki, and Black is a god, Zamasu, so his natural ki itself is God Ki. What that means is, base Goku Black is the same as Super Saiyan God Goku. So Super Saiyan Rose is nothing but base Goku Black going Super Saiyan. It's a 50 times increase. So now what is the power level of Goku Black? So we know that Super Saiyan Rose Black can easily overwhelm Super Saiyan Blue Goku. We see that happen. According to domination multipliers, that means that he's 1.5 times stronger than Goku, which means Super Saiyan Rose Black has a power level of 98.4 million. Now obviously we divide that by 50 to find his base power. Base Black is 1.9 million. He is obviously 1.5 times stronger than Super Saiyan God Goku. And Super Saiyan Blue Goku is 65.6 million, but we see him undergo a rage boost which makes him fight better against Black. That means that giving him the 1.57 times rage boost multiplier, Enraged Super Saiyan Blue Goku is at 103 million. Point to note, these rage boosts / full power boosts are temporary. It's only in the moment. So he was only 1.05 times stronger than Super Saiyan Rose Black. That's why while the rage boost lasted, Goku was able to surprise Black with his power up. because he caught him slightly off guard, but the boost quickly went away as is temporary, and Goku was injured too, so you can say that the boost went down even faster, and that's when Black once again took control of the fight. Now let's move to Trunks. We know that Super Saiyan 2 Trunks was stronger than Super Saiyan 2 Goku, but he was not stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. The last time Goku blocked Trunks' sword attack with his fingers was when he was only 1.25 times stronger than Trunks. But at that time, Trunks was holding back. This time, Trunks stated that he's using his strongest move. So this time we'll say that Super Saiyan 3 Goku is 1.5 times stronger than Super Saiyan 2 Trunks, since he was able to block his strongest move and easily overwhelm him too. So we know that Super Saiyan 3 Goku would have a power level of 2100. That means that Super Saiyan 2 Trunks would have a power level of 1400, and that also means that base Trunks equals to 14. He is exactly 2 times stronger than base Goku, so he became 126 times stronger in the 11 years since we last saw him. In the manga, he only became 52 times stronger. Both the numbers 52 and 126 make a lot of sense when we compare it to the previous growths of power that we've seen from him. Now let's move to the bullshit Super Saiyan Rage. Super Saiyan Rage Trunks' Gallic gun could not be tanked by Super Saiyan Rose Black, because Black says that he thinks he got bruised by the Gallic gun. So we know that he's not 2 times stronger, but he does dominate Trunks. So Super Saiyan Rose Black is 1.75 times stronger than Trunks' Gallic gun. Doing the math, Super Saiyan Rage Trunks' Gallic gun has a power level of 56 million, which also means that Super Saiyan Rage Trunks has a power level of 18.7 million. If you compare that to his base power, it's a 1,339,285 times multiplier. We can even lowball it to 1,339,000, but honestly, we are not going to. Trunks needs as much power as he can get at this point. So how do we explain this insane multiplier? Honestly, the only way I can explain it is that the blue aura around him is either an imitation or replication of Super Saiyan Blue's power. Super Saiyan Blue's multiplier is exactly 7 times higher than Super Saiyan Rage's, so it is roughly 14% of Super Saiyan Blue's power. Probably because it's a kind of an imitation, and I feel like Trunks is doing it unknowingly. So as to how he managed to do this, yeah, no clue. I'm sorry, but that's the best theory I can give you, that it's an imitation / replication of Blue's power. So Vegeta then trained for 6 months in the time chamber and became 1.5 times stronger than Black, because we see him easily overwhelm Black. So that puts Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta's power at 147 million now. That also means that he became around 2.7 to 2.75 times stronger in these 6 months. And after that, Vegeta became enraged, so his power shot up even more. So his power jumped from 147.6 million to 231.8 million, which is when he was totally and completely dominating Rose Black. Now let's move to Zamasu. So we know that Zamasu is stronger than Super Saiyan Goku, weaker than Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Otherwise, Goku would not have gone Super Saiyan 2 to fight him, which means that Zamasu has a power level in between 350 and 700. Let's say that Zamasu can easily overwhelm Super Saiyan Goku, which is why Goku went Super Saiyan 2. So Zamasu is 1.5 times stronger than 350. Zamasu has a power level of 525. That means Zamasu is exactly 1.33 times weaker than Super Saiyan 2 Goku, which explains how Goku beat him, but it wasn't as easy as 1.5 times. Now we move to Fusion. Potara Fusion, A plus B times 252, right? Fuse Zamasu will then be equal to 24.8 billion. All hail Zamasu. Now the big problem with this is this scene. The father-son Gallic gun and Goku's Kamehameha. How the fuck does this make sense? No matter how much you try to narrow down the numbers, no matter what fusion multiplier you use, explaining this was impossible. This was a question that a lot of power scalers have been unable to answer, but I have found the best answer. Take a look at this. This is Zamasu, right? Then Zamasu powers up, he gets some lightning around him, and then this is what he looks like afterwards. Besides the fact that half his body turned purple, do you see the difference between the two? Focus on the aura. His original aura was white and this aura is pink. Where have you seen this aura before? Wait a minute. It's just the Super Saiyan Rose aura. So here's my theory. Zamasu earlier was not using Saiyan power, because Saiyan power is mortal power. So because he is not using Saiyan power, the Father-Son Gallic Gun as well as the Kamehameha were able to beat him. Now the question is, why was he not using Saiyan power and what compelled him to start using Saiyan power? Take a look at what Gowasu says. He is obsessed, fixated on the contradictions of gods and mortals. What is the point of it all? How can gods and mortals seem so different yet so alike? Zamasu is someone who hates mortals but is using the power of one. He is literally confused. He's like, gods and mortals are so different. Gods are so superior. Mortals are so shit. But then why do mortals have power that is comparable to that of gods? His brain is in emotional turmoil. Okay, he is contradicting everything he's saying. There are too many contradictions between what he is saying and what he believes. That's what Gowasu said. He's obsessed, fixated on those contradictions, right? The important sentence is, how can gods and mortals seem so different yet so alike? So his brain is already in emotional turmoil, right? His brain is already confused as hell. Now take a look at this dialogue. Before Zamasu starts using Rose's power, he says, "Light of divine justice, strike at me now. A cowering god who appeases evil can never prevail." This sentence is literally what tells us why he starts using Rose's power. So, light of divine justice, strike at me now. What this means is he's saying, I dare the divine judgment to try and stop me from what I am about to do. What is he about to do? Start using Saiyan power, a mortal's power. Then the second line is, a cowering god who appeases evil can never prevail. What he's saying here is, I should not be scared of using mortal power. Just because I am using mortal power does not mean I am lowering myself to mortal status. The power was never theirs in the first place. The gods were the ones who created mortals, so the power is essentially God-given and thus rightfully his to take back. So using the power is not appeasement, it's reclamation. Basically, Zamasu implies that the other gods have cowered by tolerating mortals and mocks them being the divine authority for it. And now he's about to prove that he is not cowering by taking mortal power for himself and using it to crush mortals. That's very similar to the explanation that he gives Vegito as well later on. Because Vegito also tries to mock him for saying that he is now forever fused with a mortal. And this is more or less what he tells Vegito. So, Fuse Zamasu is not using Saiyan power, which completely divides his power by 50, because Super Saiyan Rose was a 50 times boost. So now, Fuse Zamasu not using Saiyan power has a power level of 496 million. Now let's take a look at the Father-Son Gallic Gun. So Super Saiyan Rage Trunks' Gallic Gun was 56.2 million. Let's give him a Rage boost because he was pretty angry, so that Gallic Gun goes up to 88 million. Now Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta Gallic Gun also gets a Rage/Pride boost. We know that Enraged Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta was 231 million, so that Gallic Gun is that times 3, which brings it to 695 million. You add the two together, the combined Gallic Gun has a power level of 783.7 million. Now an assumption we have to make is that the Holy Wrath does not have a 2.2 times multiplier like the Kamehameha, but a 1.4 times multiplier like the Masenko. So Fuse Zamasu's Holy Wrath is his 496 million power times 1.4, which comes out to 694.5 million. You compare that with the Father-Son Gallic Gun's power. The Father-Son Gallic Gun was 1.13 times stronger, which is why it is able to push back Holy Wrath. Beautiful. Now we move to Goku's Kamehameha. So, it has to be stronger than the Gallic Gun. So let's say that Goku's Kamehameha is 1.25 times stronger than the Holy Wrath. Holy Wrath was 694 million, the Kamehameha is 868 million. Now, a regular Kamehameha has a 2.2 times multiplier, but this was a full power, all-out Kamehameha like never seen before. And on top of that, we also have to assume that Goku is already going through a Rage Boost. So it is not just Rage Boost Goku, it is also a Rage Boost Goku using stronger Kamehameha. So first we do Goku into 1.57, that will be Enraged Goku, and then Enraged Goku's Kamehameha will also be multiplied by 1.57 because it's a stronger Kamehameha. So take a look at this. So full power Kamehameha we know was 868 million. We divide that by 1.57, so regular Kamehameha would be 553 million. Now, Enraged Super Saiyan Blue Goku would then be 2.2 times weaker than the Kamehameha because of Kamehameha's multiplier. Enraged Super Saiyan Blue Goku would be 251 million. Now we divide that by 1.57. Regular Super Saiyan Blue Goku would be 160 million. And earlier Super Saiyan Blue Goku was 65.6 million, which means that Goku got a 2.4 times Zenkai boost. How did he get this Zenkai boost? So we know that they went back to the present 2 times. The second time they went back to the present, they had suffered a heavy loss and Goku was heavily injured. He got stabbed, he got blasted through, and he got stabbed again in a way, and then he exploded after this, and this was what he was like when they came back to the present. So I'm totally fine with giving Goku a 2.4 times Zenkai boost here. Alright, now Fuse Zamasu is using Saiyan power, so his full power is 24.8 billion as calculated, and because of Vegeta's training and Goku's Zenkai, Goku is now at 17, Vegeta is at 15.75. Goku is 1.08 times stronger than Vegeta, which is very cool. Their powers are very close to each other now. And doing the Potara fusion, Vegito has a power level of 8253. That means that Vegito Blue has a power level of 77.3 billion, which is around 3 times more than Zamasu. But we saw that Zamasu was more or less on par with Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. How is that possible? Zamasu's power was growing bit by bit. Now here's something really interesting. This is Fuse Zamasu. Then Zamasu becomes bigger, and then he becomes even more bigger after that. He is literally going Rose's version of Super Saiyan Grade 2 and Grade 3. That's amazing. So he's not transforming instantly from Grade 1 to Grade 2 to Grade 3. He's going through the transformation slowly over time the more he fights Vegito, which is why in the beginning Vegito was able to tank his Holy Wrath, but then as they continued the fight, they became more or less equal, and then after the fist clashing thing, Zamasu finally overpowered Vegito a little bit and then transformed into Grade 3. Grade 3 is a whopping 4 times multiplier on top of Super Saiyan. So Super Saiyan Rose Grade 3 Fuse Zamasu would have a power level of 99 billion, which is 1.28 times stronger than Vegito Blue. This explains how by the very end of the fight, Zamasu was the one who had the power advantage, and he also could survive the final Kamehameha. But of course, he was heavily slowed down, and we have proof of this. Vegito literally says, "But it can't keep up with me, can it?" And by it, he refers to Zamasu's body. And because we all know, Grade 3, huge boost in power, but reduces your stamina and speed by a lot. Beautiful, just beautiful. It's all making sense. But now, the one thing that is the most difficult to explain is this scene where Trunks is somehow, with the power of 20 mortals, able to defeat a Fuse Zamasu who is Super Saiyan Grade 3. So, here's my explanation. At this point, the yellow aura of Super Saiyan completely disappears and only the blue aura is seen. Following up on a theory that it was an imitation of Super Saiyan Blue, since earlier he was using only 14% of Blue's power, this time let's just say that he's using 25% of Super Saiyan Blue's power. Almost as if the longer he stays around Godly Saiyans, the better the imitation is. I know it's a cheap explanation, but that's all we have going for us, right? Honestly. So 25% of Super Saiyan Blue is 2.3 million, which is the new multiplier that we're going to use for Super Saiyan Rage Trunks now. And Trunks received energy from Goku and Vegeta too. Goku and Vegeta were not at full power, but Zamasu had only punched them once. So I'd like to say that they were around 75% of their power. Now, we know that Trunks is 14, and when he got boosted by Goku and Vegeta, his power went up to 38.75. 12.75 and 12 are 75% of Goku and Vegeta's base power levels. So, Super Saiyan Rage Trunks with the new multiplier would be 90.8 million, and we add a 1.57 times full power / rage boost just for good measure. That brings his final power to be 142.5 million. Now, we know that Super Saiyan Grade 3 drains stamina like crazy, and it really cannot last long. So Zamasu was clearly losing a lot of power here. Funnily enough, in the manga also Fuse Zamasu was losing a lot of power, so much so that we calculated that by the end of it, Fuse Zamasu was only at 0.3% of his full power. If we take a page from the manga and say that at the end of all of it, he is at 0.3% of his power, something very interesting happens. So, Super Saiyan Rose Grade 3 Fuse Zamasu at 0.3% of his power has a power level of 297.6 million. If you compare that with Trunks' power that we calculated just now, Zamasu is only around 2 times stronger than Trunks, but thanks to Super Saiyan Grade 3, Zamasu is incredibly slow enough for Trunks to fight him and make the final blow where he slices his immortal dick in half. That is the best explanation I can give you, and that is the end of the Future Trunks saga. These are the Future Trunks Anime Saga final base power levels. Fuse Zamasu at 24.8 billion, Black at 1.9 million, Zamasu at 525, Goku at 17, Vegeta at 15.75, and Trunks at 14. Trunks is at 14 because his final sword of hope and getting energy from everyone was a temporary boost, because we know in the Dragon Ball world boosts like that are just temporary in the moment. And now these are the Future Trunks Anime Saga top 5. Super Saiyan Rose Grade 3 Fuse Zamasu has a power level of 99.2 billion, Super Saiyan Blue Vegito at 77 billion, Enraged Super Saiyan Blue Goku at 251 million, Enraged Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta at 231.8 million, and Super Saiyan Rage Trunks full power, that temporary boost that he got, was 142.5 million. And now these are the Future Trunks Anime Saga top 5 real power levels. Oh god, this is gonna be a big number. Super Saiyan Rose Grade 3 Fuse Zamasu has a power level of 721.7 quintillion. Super Saiyan Blue Vegito is at 562.7 quintillion. Enraged Super Saiyan Blue Goku is at 1.8 quintillion. Enraged Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta is at 1.6 quintillion. And Super Saiyan Rage Trunks full power is at 1 quintillion. Wow. They're all in the quintillions by the end of this arc. Amazing. Just amazing. Oh, okay. So the Tournament of Power video is gonna take a while to get released because there's a lot of calculations to do there. So please be patient for that. And once again, leave a like and subscribe. My name is Thunderbolt and I shall see you all in the next one.